everybody, it's James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you how to play I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash in the absolute simplest way possible. This is just a 3-chord strummer, so 3 easy chords and a strumming pattern. I've actually done 2 other lessons for this song, and those are going to show you how to play it exactly like the recording, which involves quite a bit. There's an intro melody sort of thing, like... And then on top of that, he changes keys several times throughout the song. So here we're basically just going to learn it in one key so that you can play and sing the song in a simple way. If along the way you find that you need any extra help, I have a free ebook. It's completely free for all my subscribers, and that goes over all the fundamentals of rhythm guitar, all the chords and strumming that you need to play songs like this, and a bunch more. There's also my complete beginner's course, which takes you through that process step by step. And finally, there is a chord chart available for this on my Patreon page that has all the chords, lyrics, strumming patterns, all the stuff that we're going to be doing in this lesson is written down there so you can follow along at your own pace. There's links to all that stuff down below. Otherwise, let's get started with the chord shapes. First, we have A, then there's E, and finally D. So work out those switches from A to E and back to A, and same thing for A to D. And then we can strum through the chord progression, counting out loud, downstrokes only, just so we can get the chords in the right order and train up our chord hand to do its job. Starting out on E, 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. I keep my eyes, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I keep the ends, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Because you're mine, 2, 3, 4, 1. I walk the line, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, make sure you can do that nice and clean, and then we can learn the strumming pattern. I'll do a couple. First, the easier one. I'll do it slower. 3 and 4 and. So I'm basically doing a little downstroke on beat 1, and then a down up on beat 2, and then I repeat that, a little downstroke on beat 3 and a down up on beat 4. So we're just alternating between 2 kinds of strokes. The easiest way to get this is to count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you need to, you can break down the counting. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Go at your own pace, as slow as you need to go to get the motions out, and then once you're comfortable with the motions, you can count out loud and you can, get it up to speed. Now, that is the basis for the actual strumming pattern used in the song, which goes like this. And what I'm doing there is I'm picking the root note of the chord. In this case, the A chord, the root is the A string. And then I do a down up. And then I'm plucking the low E string. And I'm doing a down up. And that's a bit on the intermediate side, so don't worry if you can't pick out those exact strings and pull that off. Just do the first strumming pattern that I showed you. But if you do want to get into this, here are some tips I have for this one. First of all, don't worry about exactly plucking that string. Just aim in the general area, If you miss a couple times and it doesn't work out, no big deal. It's more about keeping it loose. Also, take your time. Go as slow as you need to go. And you're going to have to pluck different bass notes depending on the chord shape. So on the A chord, we already discussed this. We pluck the A string, down, up, low E string, down, up. For the E chord, we're going to be plucking the low E string first, and then the A string. So And for the D chord, we pluck the D string first, and then the A string. D, A, D, A. And once again, this does take some time getting used to it, so feel free to do the simpler strumming pattern at first until you're comfortable with this general feel and groove, and then you can start to pick out the individual bass notes. Either way, we're going to add our strumming pattern to our chord shapes. I'm going to do the alternate bass picking one just because it does sound a bit more authentic, but you can totally play the simple one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. So that's how you play I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash. If you want to learn the entire song, and that includes the intro riff and all the key changes that he does, he goes from the key of E to A to D and then back down, and go start to finish through the entire song. I have that covered in a couple other lessons. Don't forget about that worksheet from my Patreon page that goes over everything in this lesson, and I have one for each of those other lessons too. So if you want to learn this entire song, it's all there. There's my complete beginner's course, which will help you with all the chords and strumming, everything you need. Leave a comment if you have any questions for me. Otherwise, have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.